village.
Good afternoon. This is the 5FM Radio Main News. The headlines. The Ministry of Education has signed an MOU with Twikatane EV/CDT Group Germany aimed at strengthening Zambia's education system. LCC launches probe into alleged officer misconduct at BH Market. And Melania Trump says she has open communication channel with Putin about Ukrainian children. This bulletin is live on our Facebook page, 5FM Radio Zambia, and live on our YouTube channel, 5FM Radio Zambia. With the details, my name is Lance Sannie. The Ministry of Education has signed a memorandum of understanding MOU with Twikatane EV/CDT Group Germany aimed at strengthening Zambia's education system through international collaboration. Speaking at the signing ceremony held at the Ministry of Education headquarters, Permanent Secretary for Education Services recently, Dr. Kelvin Mambwe reaffirmed the central role of education in driving national development. The MOU aims to foster cooperation in key areas including digital training, knowledge exchange, and skills enhancement, all aligned with Zambia's educational transformation agenda under the new Dawn government. He went on to say that the Ministry of Education has placed full policy and technical support to ensure the successful implementation of the MOU.
And my colleagues from the Ministry of Education. It is not just a symbolic act of cooperation, but a practical step toward achieving the educational transformation goals outlined under the new Dawn government. Ladies and gentlemen, the collaboration between the Ministry and Twikatane EV/CDT Group Germany reflects our shared commitment to improving access, quality, and relevance of education. Through this partnership, we expect to see tangible outcomes in terms of capacity building for our teachers.
Representing Twikatane EV/CDT Group Germany, Ms. Maria Branchetti expressed enthusiasm for the partnership.
And strategic investment partnerships. We aim to expand and exchange programs between Zambia and the European institutions, encouraging our students, educators, and researchers to learn from one another. Through modern vocational and digital training, we will prepare our young Zambians to be globalized economists.
This collaboration underscores Zambia's commitment to global partnerships that enhance education access, relevance, and innovation, laying the foundation for a more empowered and resilient future. The Lusaka City Council, LCC, has expressed deep concern over a circulating social media video depicting a council police officer soliciting and receiving an undisclosed amount of money from a vlogger at BH Market in the Central Business District, CBD. LCC Public Relations Manager Chola Mwamba has stated that the actions of the officer in question were not sanctioned by the council. She says the local authority does not condone corruption or illegal conduct in any form and remains committed to upholding integrity and accountability in all its operations. She added that the council has never charged, nor does it require any form of permit for vlogging activities. Vlogging is not classified among activities that necessitate council-issued permits. She says the council has therefore instituted serious investigations on the matter, and if the officer involved is found wanting, he will be dealt with accordingly.
Depicting a council police officer soliciting and receiving undisclosed amount of money from a vlogger at BH Market in the Central Business District. We wish to state that the actions of the officer in question were not sanctioned by the council. The council does not condone corruption or illegal conduct in any form and remains committed to upholding integrity and accountability in all its operations. Furthermore, the public is advised that the council has never charged, nor does it require any form of permit for vlogging activities.
Youth, Sport and Arts Minister Elvis Nkandi has officially launched the Lusaka 2025 National Youth Games, calling it a celebration of unity, culture, and youth empowerment. Speaking during the launch held in Lusaka yesterday, Mr. Nkandi said the games set to take place from 16th to 18th December will attract over 1,200 young athletes from all 10 provinces of Zambia. The athletes will compete in 14 sports disciplines, including football, athletics, boxing, e-sport, and Special Olympics, among others. The minister said the games will also serve as national qualifiers for the Region 5 Youth Games scheduled for Mozambique in 2026. He described the event as more than just a sporting competition, saying it is a tool for fostering national unity, patriotism, and social cohesion, while also encouraging young people to embrace a healthy and active lifestyle. Mr. Nkandu emphasized the potential of the youth games to boost tourism, attract sponsorships, and create jobs, especially for local businesses near the hosting venues. He further highlighted the inclusion of traditional art performances, noting that the games will help preserve Zambia's cultural heritage. The minister also pointed out that sport can be a powerful platform to combat rising cases of alcohol and substance abuse among youths, urging communities to rally behind initiatives that keep young people engaged in positive activities. He appealed to the private sector and cooperating partners to support the games through sponsorship and collaboration, as the government alone cannot meet the significant resource demands for transport, venues, accommodation, and athlete welfare. Mr. Nkandu thanked the organizers and stakeholders and officially declared the Lusaka 2025 National Youth Games launched under the theme One Zambia, One Nation, One Passion, and One Goal. The National Executive Committee of the National Union of Caterers and Hospitality Employees, NASH, has expressed disappointment with the Ministry of Labor over delays in approving two recognition agreements. Union General Secretary Teddy Mwila, the union says the union is saddened by the time taken to approve recognition agreements submitted for Maina Hotels Zambia Limited, formerly Sun International Hotel and Center Lodge. Mr. Mwila says the documents were officially submitted to the ministry's registry on the 11th of September 2025. Over a month later, the union says they have yet to receive any response or approval. According to Nash, the delay is causing a range of negative effects, including worst invaluable negotiation time, creating anxiety among the 314 employees who have joined the union, undermining cooperation between labor unions and the ministry, sending a wrong signal to employers who are willing to comply with labor laws, frustrating union operations, and undermining workers' trust in job security. He says the union has also alleges that the delay gives unfair advantage to rival unions and may be contributing to declining morale among workers.
To approve the documents because after this document approval, we have to get back to that company, to that employer. We commence the negotiations. Now, in this manner, even the members who are more than 300 members, there are about 314 members. They are waiting for us to get back there and start negotiation of working conditions with their employer. So the situation of DRE has affected both the trade union and the workers at minor hotels, because minor hotels are waiting for us to start to commence negotiations.
And in other news trending this afternoon, the Cleaning Association of Zambia has welcomed the signing of the local content regulations of 2025 into law, describing it as a major step towards empowering Zambians in key sectors of the economy. Namala Member of Parliament Mono Mapani has pointed out the importance of the delimitation provision contained in the Constitutional Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025, describing it as a critical step towards sustainable social and economic development. And in foreign news, First Lady Melania Trump says Russian President Vladimir Putin responded to her letter of concern about the child victims of the Russia-Ukraine war. She made the announcement on Friday, saying that after an open channel of communication with Putin, Ukrainian children displaced in the war had been reunited with families. The First Lady's peace letter was hand-delivered to Putin during his Alaska visit in August. President Donald Trump shared parts of the letter on social media. In it, the First Lady pleads with Putin to protect children, writing that doing so will do more than save Russia alone and will save humanity itself. And in sports news, Polo Polo midfielder Klings Kangwa says Wednesday's win over Tanzania belongs to the past and the team is focused on beating Niger on Sunday. In an interview with the Fars media ahead of Sunday's Group E FIFA World Cup, Kangwa says the team wanted to end strong in the qualification campaign at home. Kangwa says the game against Niger would not be easy, but the Chipolo Polo will be gunning for maximum points. Kangwa has rallied the fans to come through to the Levy Stadium to give them an extra push. Already qualified Morocco has 21 points, while Niger last second with 12, with Tanzania, who have played all their games, in third on 10 points. And now the weather.
Class Econ Roofing Africa.
Class Econ Roofing, plot 17100 off Katanga Road, 150 meters from Mumbwa Road, Chinika Industrial Area, Lusaka. Class Econ Roofing. Class plus economy.
Class Econ. Class Econ Roofing Africa. Class Econ.
Eastern, Machinga, Northern, and Luapula provinces, including the northern parts of Northwestern Province, partly cloudy and warm to hot, tending to be very hot in the valley areas with a chance of isolated thunder showers. Maximum temperature is in the range of 29 degrees to 39 degrees Celsius. The evening will be partly cloudy, slightly windy and warm. Western, southern, Lusaka, Central, and Copperbelt provinces, including the southern parts of Northwestern Province, mainly sunny, hazy, and warm to hot, tending to be very hot in the valley areas with maximum temperature in the range of 32 and 39 degrees Celsius. That weather item brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a recap of the stories that made headlines. The Ministry of Education has signed a memorandum of understanding with Twikatane EVCDT Group Germany aimed at strengthening Zambia's education system through international collaboration. The Lusaka City Council has deep concern over a circulating social media video depicting a council police officer soliciting and receiving an undisclosed amount of money from a vlogger at BH Market in the Central Business District. And finally, First Lady Melania Trump says Russian President Vladimir Putin responded to her letter of concern about the child victims of the Russia-Ukraine war. For more news, follow us on Facebook, 5FM Radio channel 5FM Radio Zambia. On behalf of the entire news crew and the technical department, thank you for listening to the happy world of 5FM. Stay safe and stay tuned to 5FM Radio. My name is Lance Sannie. Enjoy the rest of the afternoon.